Business Insider's Philip Galetta has published a very interesting story about Giga Berlin, saying it's a done deal, referring to Tesla Gigafactory's final approval, the final permit. He says the final approval of Giga Berlin, after which Giga Berlin can start building the 500,000 electric Model Ys yearly, may be coming as early as November. This is a big news, but some people are saying that Business Insider did not substantiate this claim. So let's take a look at this together, and I would like to ask you at the end if you think Business Insider substantiated the claim that the final approval of Giga Berlin will come by as early as November. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armin Harayan from torquenews.com. If you are here first time, please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla and electric vehicle news, and ring the bell so you don't miss my next coverage. So Business Insider says the Tesla factory in Grünheide, Giga Berlin, will receive general approval from the responsible Brandenburg State Office for the Environment, called LFU. Business Insider learned this from several sources. Nevertheless, there should be strict requirements for Tesla when it comes to water and possible incidents. So Business Insider is saying his sources say the approval will come, and it will come with very strict water and possible incident strict requirements. Business Insider says approval could possibly be given in November. First of all, the more than 800 objections to the factory must be dealt with. We knew this part, that the 800 objections must be dealt with. And the spokesperson for the Ministry of the Environment announced that the decision will be made after the objections have been dealt with. Brandenburg's Prime Minister Dietmar Woidke publicly stated after the request from Business Insider to the Ministry of the Environment that a permit for the factory was conceivable this year. I'm wondering if this is the substantiation part, that the Business Insider is substantiating its claim that the final approval of Giga Berlin will come as early as November, based on Woidke's announcement that the permit for Giga Berlin, the final permit, was, quote, conceivable this year. So it was long ago shaky game, says Business Insider. Now there is clarity. The Tesla Giga Berlin factory in Grünheide will receive final approval. Business Insider learned this from government circles. However, the approval will be tied to strict conditions. The responsible Brandenburg State Office for the Environment will demand a lot of readjustments from Tesla, the US car maker, especially on the subject of water and possible incidents. You know, these readjustments usually take time, and I'm wondering if the readjustments may not take another couple of months, because this is not an easy stuff to readjust the water adjustments, and also what will happen in case, God forbid, possible incidents happen. Now, in the later case, in the case of possible incidents, it is primarily the toxic pollutants that are of concern to the supervisory authority, says Business Insider. In the late spring, an independent report had already confirmed that Tesla was not sufficiently prepared for possible incidents, such as burning puddles in the factory or the escape of toxic gases. The more than 800 objections to the factory are currently still being processed. Citizens' initiatives, environmental associations, and public associations such as the Strasbourg-Ergner Water Association have lodged a formal objection to the US car maker's construction plans. This processing will continue into October. For this reason, the issuance of the final general permit for Giga Berlin is not likely until November, says Business Insider. According to Business Insider, a small group of people discussed the fact that the factory would be approved by the State Environment Agency several days ago. A spokeswoman for the responsible Brandenburg Environmental Ministry responded to a catalog of questions from Business Insider. She said, the objections that have been evaluated, the statements of the authorities, and the results of the online consultation will be included in a decision to be issued on Tesla's application to set up the vehicle and battery factory. The public can see the status of the proceedings in the documents of the online consultations that are publicly available and available on the internet. Here's another quote. The spokeswoman goes on to say, a decision will be made after the discussion online consultations. Therefore, at this point in time, no statement can be made about the result of the decision, the date, and the content. Friends, so far, do you feel like Business Insider has substantiated that claim? Let's look a little bit further to see if something will come, and then I will have my opinion at the end. Brandenburg's Prime Minister Dietmar Woidke has also commented on the cause. Shortly after Business Insider had confronted the responsible Ministry of the Environment with the research, Woidke gave the German press agency an interview in which he said that a permit for the factory, quote, is conceivable this year, but it is important that the approval is legally impeccable, added Woidke. According to reports, Tesla is preparing for a prompt start of production. You know that Tesla is going to start from with the Model Y production, and the company headquarters will shortly be withdrawing specialized task force teams that will be deployed to set up Tesla factories around the world, says Business Insider. Now let me repeat that one more time. Did you realize that? Tesla factories around the world. Business Insider says the company headquarters will shortly be withdrawing specialized task force teams that will be deployed to set up Tesla factories around the world. While I'm on this subject, let me dwell on it a little bit. Remember that I think a week or two ago when the noise came and popped in the media that the Russian sources said there will be a gigafactory in the city of Korolyov, just outside of Moscow. And Elon Musk said the place of the fifth gigafactory is not yet decided. And we said that, well, fifth may not be decided, but the sixth or seventh may be in Russia. And now you see Business Insider, apparently based on some insider information, says the company headquarters will shortly withdraw specialized task force teams, not one team, teams that will be deployed to set up factories, not a factory, factories around the world. So this is telling me that in the next 5 years, we will probably hear about at least 2 gigafactories, because the Business Insider says factories. And that will make sense. And I think one will be in India, another one possibly will be in Russia, and another one possibly will be in the United Kingdom. But we'll see. Remember these words, we'll see. I'm not projecting, I'm not a prophet, and I don't know about this. But now, back to Giga Berlin's final permit coming in November, and seeing if Business Insider was able to substantiate its claim. I think the substantiation came from the Woidke's words that said publicly stated after request from Business Insider to the Ministry of the Environment that a permit for the factory, quote, was conceivable this year. Maybe if this year, the earliest it will come will be in November. It may come in December. This is why Business Insider says maybe as early as November. Before that, it looks like everybody is generally positive about Giga Berlin's final permit. This is very important, friends, because Tesla will not be able to build factories unless it has the final permit. So hopefully we will see the first Model Y electric crossover from Tesla rolling off the assembly line from Giga Berlin in October. You know, there is another interesting news around Giga Berlin, which I may report later today in more details. According to the Oder-Spree District Council, the settlement of Tesla in Grünheide overwhelms the municipal finances in terms of infrastructure and living space. And members of parliament are now demanding financial help from the country, from the federal government. The Oder-Spree District Council calls on the state government to give the municipalities in the vicinity of the Tesla settlement much more financial support. Two corresponding motions from the group BVB, Free Voters and the Left, were passed by majority, and members of various district parliamentary groups had previously criticized that the Tesla factory was practically finished, but that too little was happening in the area. because many commuters soon rushed to the new plant in Grünheide by road and rail, and delivery traffic was added. In addition, many employees want to live as close as possible, which makes sense from an ecological point of view. For this, according to MPs, living space must be developed and new traffic routes built. Other Spree could not manage all of this financially, according to the parliamentary group leader of the Free Voters, Philip Zexman, RBB 24 reports. I will have more on this later today, friends. In the meantime, this is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla news discussions. Look at our comments. They're really interesting and informative. And if you like this report, please give us thumbs up and share in social media. We would greatly appreciate it. See you soon in our next report. God bless you, friends. Peace be with you and your families, and have a great day. See you soon.